then
and
I'm
really
like,
the whole time you've only just done that to yourself in your head.
Right.
Whether it's real or not, you'll be carrying that around in your head.
And one quote that I absolutely love is, other people's opinions are none of your business.
Yeah.
And it's so true, because it really doesn't matter what somebody else thinks. This is me.
Yeah.
This is what I'm trying to share. This is what I stand for. And if you don't like it, I don't care.
Yeah, good.
It doesn't matter to me.
Do you ever have post-remorse?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you ever take anything down?
No.
No, good.
Never.
Yeah.
And when I have post-remorse,
then you know
I
you have
am
to keep it up.
obsessive over people seeing it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how many people have seen that? How many people have liked it? How many people have shared it? And I get down on myself sometimes because I'm like, oh, well, only one person liked that. And it was big for me.
Right.
But for them, it was nothing.
Right.
Like, nobody gives a shit about it. So why do I do this?
Can you think of an example?
Not off the top of my head, but sometimes there's posts that I think a lot about, or I have an idea and then I kind of plan it out and I'm like, okay, I need this picture, or I need to word it this way to make sure that it comes across that way. And I put a lot of thought into it, and then like nobody likes it.
Yeah, but there are a lot of people who give me verbal feedback, like when I see them, they tell me things about my posts, which I don't post very often these days, but they don't ever comment or like the things. Yeah. Like there are lots of people who are probably reading your things and going, oh my gosh, totally.
Yeah.
But it can be exposing just to like something.
Oh yeah,
you know?
Absolutely.
So like if you relate to something, if it was that big a deal for you to put it out there, maybe they don't want to relate to it publicly because it's scary for them, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
So I wouldn't discount the posts, the really exposing posts that only get one like, because maybe other people just aren't ready to expose themselves by agreeing.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And I have surrounded myself with like-minded people. Like my social media is full of like-minded individuals. So my everyday is that kind of post.
Right.
And I have to remind myself that most people don't see that every day. Most people don't have that as their regular visual.
Right.
Where that is what I am constantly involved with. And that kind of positivity, and like I shared a image on my stories today. There is a winery in Australia. I don't know if you saw it.
No.
The entrance to the winery is a gate, and there are different slots. So it's like a big gate, and the slots to walk through to get into this winery are different sizes.
Okay.
And they range from small width to large width.
Right.
And the first slot, it says congratulations. And it's a thin width to walk through.
Right.
The last one says big boned body, and it's a large slot to walk through. So it's ranging in size of individuals.
Right.
And each size has a comment about your size.
Huh.
And it's not positive.
What the hell?
Right.
What's the point of it?
Exactly. Because you're ending up in the same spot, but just that little minute or second that it takes you to walk through, it makes you feel a certain thing about your body.
That's weird.
And so I'm surrounded, like the people that I follow on social media are very body positive, and it doesn't matter what size you are, and it's just skin and whatever. And then I see this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this shit is still happening.
I don't understand the purpose of that, or like how it's good business. Like, why would they do that?
I don't know. But it's body shaming.
Totally.
It's stature challenge door is what it's called.
That's really strange.
Yeah, so it says, congratulations, fit looking, standard body, plump body, chubby body, overweight body, big boned body. Those are the different slots.
That's so weird. I think my least favorite part about it is that the slim one says congratulations.
Yeah.
Because it makes all the rest of them less than.
Right, exactly.
That's so weird.
Yeah. And it blows my mind. Like I said that just when you think that things are getting better, you see shit like this. And so I see constant self-love and body positivity.
And you post constant self-love.
Right.
And body positive.
But it makes me wonder what people see on a regular basis. Because I purposefully surround myself with that stuff because I want to see that. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel the way that I post.
But that stuff doesn't sell. So a lot of people, like in the media, like in the major people that are followed by most people, are probably still like subscribing to the whole, like, you know, thin, big boobs.
Yeah. But it's great to see companies like Nike start to have models who are normal looking.
Yeah.
They're not stick thin and whatever,
super
athletic
crazy
looking.
Yeah.
And there was a post that I saw about Olympic athletes, and there was a lineup of women who, I'm not sure what year the Olympics was. It was an older Olympics, but there was like weightlifters and gymnasts and runners and I can't remember, there was another one. Anyway, they were all completely different sizes. They were all completely different heights, different weights, everything, but they were all Olympians. They were all athletes, like top of their field.
Yeah.
And people still think that they're not good enough.
Yeah.
Because they don't look the part.
Yeah. And a lot of athletes don't look that part.
Right.
Because that's not strength. That's not, you know, agility and speed. Well, maybe speed sometimes, but yeah.
Yeah, it blows my mind. And I don't know how we got on this conversation.
I don't know either. I don't know how we moved to here. But I mean, it all comes down to like, it all like does relate back to what we were talking about, because it's like, I thought that was a knock on the door. That was just the couch creaking. But it comes down to like what we're consciously aware of and what matters and how our brains can get all like jumbled up and crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I post those things so that, and I know like I just reached 300 followers, which sounds like nothing. And I mean, I even posted about how I know, I don't know, thousands of people, but I only have 300 followers.
Yeah.
And part of me, it bothers because it shows that the people in my life don't support me. And I don't know why I'm getting emotional about it.
Well, that's a big deal though.
But, but I share it.
Yeah.
For the one person that likes it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big deal when you say it like that though. Like, cause yeah, same thing, you know, I've got like however many friends, but only so many followers of the page, and not all of the followers of the page are friends. So it's like, why? Yeah. Oh, but if you think like that, you drive yourself nuts.
No, I know.
Yeah.
And that's why in that post, I said, like, I don't do it for the people that I'm friends with. I do it for the ones who appreciate it, for the ones that actually, it means something to.
Yeah.
And if I can make one mom, oh God, if I can make one mom feel better about herself, that's everything.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I'm such an emotional person.
No, it's not ridiculous at all. In fact, I think that's another thing we do to ourselves as women, because we're emotional creatures, right? And I think we often, I know in my family, Mom has always done this, always. I don't know why I'm crying. I'm sorry. No, she doesn't usually apologize, but I do the same thing. Like, I don't know why I'm crying right now.
Yeah.
But I'm crying because I'm emotional about something, but we discount that. And that probably comes back to the whole, like, I mean, the other day was International Women's Day, and not that it's
23 hours.
Yeah, I know. How ironic is that, though? I didn't somebody mentioned that to me last night. I was like, oh, yeah, that's kind of funny. But yeah, it is actually really funny. But yeah, like, why do we give ourselves a hard time for being emotional? Like, that's a really beautiful thing that we can do that. And the fact that, like, we can feel so deeply that just talking about how much it matters that you affect one person positively, like, that's a beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. But we do that to ourselves.
We do.
I shouldn't cry. I shouldn't be upset about this, or I shouldn't feel so good that I'm crying, or I shouldn't look ugly when I cry. Like, that's a big one. Like, I always, like, cover my face when I'm crying because I don't, like, you feel really exposed.
Well, we've been taught that crying is weakness, mm-hmm. that it's a sign of weakness. Mm-hmm. So if we're frustrated mm-hmm. or whatever, any emotion, because mm-hmm. any emotion can cause it, but you're weak. You're not strong, because strong people don't cry.
Yeah. And that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's good too to, like, check in, like, okay, so right now, let's do this. What was it that made you feel emotional about that? What was the first trigger where your eyes started to well up?
I think it's knowing how it feels.
Mm. Yeah, that must be it, because it just did it to
you. Knowing how it feels to be the person who doesn't like who they are. Mm. Yeah.
Mm. We've all been that person.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah, and the thing that I hate about being emotional is that it makes it so hard to talk.
Yeah, it's true.
Because I'm like, I want to say something, but I just can't.
Well, but that's another thing, though. You can, but you sound funny when you talk when you're crying. Yeah. So it's another, like, self-censorship.
And to kind of sidetrack for a minute, when singers, when they get emotional, but they can still sing and they have tears streaming down their face,
I don't know
I'm like, how the hell do you do that?
Yeah, that's some serious control.
Really, though?
Yeah.
Because, like,
I'm sorry, I don't have any tissue in here.
Oh, that's okay. Demi Lovato, when she did her first live performance after her OD and recovering and all of that, and she sang that song, I mean, she had a false start because she had to start over, but she cried through the whole song and she sang beautifully, and I'm just like, how do you do that?
How do you do that?
Oh, man. Anyway, yeah, it just the whole thing that I post about and support and stand for just makes me emotional. Oh, it's terrible. It's not
Why
terrible.
Is it terrible? I think that it's good to be aware of how everything makes you feel, because then you know if it's, like, really the path that you want to be on.
Yeah.
And if something makes you feel that passionately and that emotional, I think that would indicate that you're doing the right thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, for me with ARC, I have a couple of visions for ARC. I really want to make a lot of money. I really do. Like, and I feel a little bit shameful for that, because, people kind of look down on people who want to be rich, but I do. I want to have a lot of money. Yeah. I want to have the freedom to travel. I want Autumn to have the freedom to, if she chooses to go to university, to go to study whatever she wants. And for her to travel and have opportunities. And I just want to be able to experience everything that I want in this life, right? But I don't want to do it in a way that exploits anybody. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to do it in a way where I'm taking resources from other people. I want to have lots of resources, and also I want to, like, work with our economy in, but I don't see any reason why I shouldn't also benefit. This is my life.
Yeah.
Right? This is my life. I want to make it everything it can be. And I don't think that not pursuing that is going to help other people. You know what I mean? Okay, so back to Abraham Hicks for a second. they talk about, they say, you know, like, just because you have abundance doesn't mean you're taking from other people's abundance. That's not how it works. Just because you're healthy, that's not taking, like, if I'm healthy and you're not, I can't